Hey, Paul.
Hi, Mike. How you doing?
Pretty good. Hey, how you doing? Hey, Mike.
Sure, I want to go to university. I mean, I have to go, right? Trouble is, how am I going to pay for it?
I'm an above-average student, but you know, there's just got to be more to university than studying and partying.
Yeah, but I thought you wanted to go for sciences.
No.
University is useless unless you've got a job. When I graduate, I want a career where I can get involved with people.
Choosing a career and which university will provide the best education for it are two of the biggest decisions you'll ever have to face.
If you know you have potential, if you are ambitious, seeking a challenge, responsibility, and a career with meaning.
If you feel you're ready for something different,
Pay close attention for the next few minutes.
the more you know about the opportunities awaiting you at Canada's military colleges, the better you'll be able to decide whether they're right for you.
Canadian military colleges give you more than just a university degree. You receive a complete education. All the programs include academic tuition, military training, leadership development, physical education, and instruction in Canada's second official language.
It's university with a difference.
Which of the 3 Canadian military colleges you graduate from depends on the program you select.
The Royal Military College of Canada was established in 1876, just outside the city of Kingston at the eastern end of Lake Ontario. Today, RMC offers a wide variety of degrees in arts, science, and engineering at both the undergraduate and postgraduate levels. When you've successfully completed the 7 weeks of basic officer training at Chilliwack, British Columbia, you may be admitted as a first-year officer cadet at RMC. But first, there's recruit term.
Get your knees up, everybody! Get your knees up! Right there! Get those knees up! Knees fell off the ground!
We're in the best position to train those people and to show them what to do because, first of all, we're going to be the people assessing them, so we know what we want and what we're expecting.
It is a shock. It is something completely different to anything you might have experienced before. It is constant activity. Your whole day is planned for you, and there are activities to keep you busy all day long. And it is there to put you on edge. It is there to try and make you work as hard as you can, to make you work with all the rest of the people in your flight as a team.
At the time, it seems like hell. It really does. But now looking back, all I can think about were the good times of recruit term. It's 6 weeks of pure initiation. They make you feel like dirt, but it's just the pulling together of your friends and just the camaraderie you get and the things you end up accomplishing are incredible, and it's an important experience to go through.
Traditionally, at the end of September, you run the obstacle course with the other recruits in your squadron. This friendly initiation into the college is designed to show you that you can do it through determination, stamina, and teamwork. At last, you have earned the right to wear the badge and the uniform of the Royal Military College of Canada. You are now a first-year officer cadet.
There was more than just a piece of clothing associated with it. There was history. It was 5 weeks. It was tough. It was teamwork. Was laughter. Was crying. Was friends. Was much more.
Once courses start, your daily schedule is quite demanding. An officer cadet's academic workload is between 30 and 40 hours per week. As one of only 800 students at RMC, you'll be sharing the knowledge and experience of some of the most expert minds in Canada. All faculty members serve as advisors to the cadets, and they're always available to discuss any subject with you, whether academic or personal.
The maximum people in my class is 20, 25 people, and that's a big class for RMC. Usually, even in the engineering departments, they have classes that are like 3 people, 3 or 4 people. So it's almost like a tutorial, which is much better than the civilian university.
The physical education program emphasizes fitness. With regular training under qualified instructors, you'll become stronger, more agile, and you'll increase your endurance. Periodic testing will show you how fast you're improving and meeting the required standards. You'll be surprised at how much energy you really have.
Like, if I didn't go to a military college, people wouldn't do something like say, okay, you're in charge of 60 people and having them do this and organize some event, you know, something like that. I think that those all help with leadership, not necessarily combat leadership, you know, leadership at wartime, but definitely the type of leadership where you have a group of people working under you who you have to look out for, look after, and get to do something that needs to be done.
RMC competes against other major universities in many sports. If you want to compete on an intercollegiate level, RMC's trainers and teams can help you develop your special athletic skills.
As a leader, you'll need to know how people are going to react when they're in a stressful situation, and in a lot of sports, you're working together with somebody, and that aspect of it comes out in the sports, and you learn that here.
RMC offers several bachelor's degree options in engineering. They range from civil and mechanical engineering through electrical, chemical, and computer engineering, even fuel management and engineering physics.
There's a lot of the little things in the college that you'll find each boost your confidence just a little bit more. For example, giving a briefing to 30 people or something, or just talking in front of people, or organizing something and having it run smoothly. They all sort of boost your confidence just a little more, so that when you do make a mistake, you're saying, well, it's a little mistake, but I'm learning something from it, and you feel like you're progressing.
As with other universities, these engineering programs are evaluated regularly by the Canadian Accreditation Board of the Canadian Council of Professional Engineers.
I'm a fourth-year cadet just ready to graduate in the engineering management program here at RMC. From there, I'll be going into the Infantry, Corps of Officers, and the Royal Canadian Regiment. I feel my degree here working at the technical courses in the engineering aspects, and then the human courses really in management, where really set me up very well for going into the infantry.
RMC offers a Bachelor of Science degree in mathematics and physics. The teaching laboratories are equipped to train you in methods of measurement and in experiment design. You will operate some of the most advanced technical equipment available anywhere. RMC's Slowpoke 2 nuclear reactor is used by students and professors alike for lab experiments and research. In the Bachelor of Science Applied Degree program, you will learn the fundamentals of mathematics, physics, and chemistry as they are used in military and civilian applications.
You learn, you learn a lot about yourself here. Like, you do things, they push you to the limit, basically, and you find out a lot about yourself, what you can and can't do. Like, I've surprised myself in so many ways. I mean, I've rappelled down mountains and I've jumped out of airplanes and things that I never thought I would ever do before.
The Royal Military College offers Bachelor of Arts degrees with options in commerce, economics, English, history, military and strategic studies, and political science, just to name a few. Honors degrees are available and are favored by many students.
I adjusted by just keeping working, just keep working and keep working hard, and then you know that if you're working hard, that you'll get the marks that you deserve. And that's just what you have to do.
When you graduate from the Royal Military College of Canada, you have earned a well-recognized university degree, and you are eligible for postgraduate studies in any university.
In only 4 years, you've acquired a sound and balanced university education with valuable training in leadership and management, and you're already engaged in a meaningful career.
You're now a graduate of the Royal Military College of Canada. It does make a difference.
Like your first 2 roommates, you'll never forget them, and all the friends you make that help you through. Without them, no one would make it through.
For sure. For me, it was really worth it. I went to 1-year university first before I came here, and I really wanted to come here, and I think it was well worth the while. Made a lot of good friends. It was a lot of fun.
It's an incredibly challenging experience. It's something that we're really proud of being able to do. I'd recommend it to anyone to try to do once. I wouldn't want to have to do it twice. It's pretty hard, but it's been a really good experience.
It turned out to be a lot more academics than I thought, and that made it tough.
Oh, are you sort of disappointed?
No, because it made me work harder, and I actually learned to use my time like I never thought I would, because I had to.
Royal Roads Military College lies just west of the city of Victoria on Vancouver Island in British Columbia. Hatley Park, where the college is now established, was once a family manor. RRMC has been training leaders in all professions since it was established in 1940. Basic officer training at Chilliwack is a test of your military potential as a leader. But recruit term at RRMC is actually a crash course on time and resource management. After having set your priorities, you'll learn to do more in less time than you ever thought possible.
It's very much a roller coaster ride, because some days you can put up with things, other days you can't. It's a very trying year. It's a year to figure out whether you really want to be here and if this place is right for you.
The things that other people consider stupid that we learn, say for example drill, it's not something stupid. Learning drill teaches you a bit of discipline over your body. You'd be really surprised just how much you can learn. As well, it gives you a sense of control and of pride, knowing that when you go out there on the parade square, you're representing a college and the Canadian Forces, and you're doing it well because you practice it and you get very good at it.
Running the obstacle course at RRMC gives you a very realistic feeling of what it'll be like to be out in the field with a group and having to work together. Second-year officer cadets who plan the course each September make sure it is a memorable experience. You have earned the right to wear the crest and the uniform of Royal Roads Military College. You are now a first-year officer cadet.
There are only 270 students at RRMC. Canadian military colleges have been doing for years what progressive schools are just now trying to accomplish, providing students with a personal learning experience through practical, well-organized educational programs.
My average was 46%. That's pretty low. And I was lucky actually to stay here. But I've got a lot of help from second years in my flight, and they're really concerned. They really are concerned that you stay through and past the year, and they'll help you as much as they can. Plus, there's professors that always have tutorials, and they'll help you as well.
The computer facilities in all Canadian military colleges are based on a mainframe computer, which is used for teaching, research, and administration. The peripherals include video and graphics terminals, plotters, and a mix of high and low-speed printers. An impressive variety of languages and software packages is currently available on the mainframe. The colleges also offer a network of 25 Apollo Systems microcomputers and numerous other mini and microcomputer systems.
Studying things like English and psychology help you to think in different ways than studying math do. And if all you're doing is math and physics, you're not going to think as much as you would otherwise. And I think it just helps you be more creative.
Canadian military colleges are fully residential, and your life during the next few years will be managed to a great extent by senior officer cadets. You can observe their leadership and learn to take on progressively more responsibilities.
It takes I think a lot of personal integrity, a lot of personal drive to go through a 4-year program that you would have at Royal Roads. A lot of dedication too. Not only toward the degree program, but toward the ideals that, yes, in 4 years I'm going to become an officer, because when you first get here and you go through that first initiation process and the whole socialization indoctrination period, you think, my God, 4 years is a long way away. Do I really want to be an officer? And that's where the dedication comes in.
Students who have more athletic ability are encouraged to join one of RRMC's representative sports teams. The college's facilities and trainers are there to help you develop your special talent.
I played soccer for 8 years, and I was a downhill skier as well. But not half as much as I do here. Like, we do sports here every single day, and it's really good. I really enjoy it. It helps on your overall fitness, your mental and your physical fitness. It enables you to stay awake more so in class. You're more alert.
Everyone participates in the intramural sports program. You choose which team you want to get involved with, then go for it.
If you have a special interest, photography, scuba diving, music, rock climbing, debating, or windsurfing, it doesn't have to be even remotely related to the military. You can join a club and share your interests. RRMC's Bachelor of Science degree programs are built upon a strong base of chemistry, physics, and mathematics taken during the first 2 years of study. specializing in the 3rd and 4th years. In the Bachelor of Science degree in Physics and Oceanography, particular attention is paid to the characteristics of the environment. Your studies will include the structure of the Earth, air-sea interfaces, ice, the atmosphere, and space.
It's a pretty demanding program, so you don't have quite as much time to study as you'd sometimes like to. But you do get a very wide diversity of courses, and for instance, in the science program, you take a lot of arts courses, like 4 courses in psychology, a course in history, a course in English, economics, and this is all in a science program. And the same thing happens in the arts. They take a lot of science courses as well. So you get a wide variety of courses no matter what program you're in.
In the Physics and Computer Science program, you will gain a useful knowledge of current computer technology and a sufficient theoretical background to enable you to keep up with the developments in this field.
The General Science degree will provide you with a wide technical background in maths, physics, and computer science.
You have to not only reach one standard, as to pass in a civilian university, what you basically have to do is get good marks. That's it. But in the military college, well, you have to get good marks, and at the same time, you have to maintain a certain physical aptitude. Like, you're tested 3 times a year for your physical fitness. And on the military side too, you're evaluated, and you have to maintain a certain standard, okay, a minimum standard, and these minimum standards are high.
RRMC offers a Bachelor of Arts degree in Military and Strategic Studies. This interdisciplinary program is designed to introduce you to history, strategic thought, international relations, as well as Canadian economic and political issues.
A very strong sense of camaraderie between the people. It's very close because it's very small. And because you're so close-quartered, you have to learn to cooperate with the people. You have to learn to work with them. And it becomes less of a have to and more of a want to.
Royal Roads offers a BA in Applied Psychology. It focuses on developing an understanding of human behavior and cognitive processes from a physiological perspective. The program also gives you an introduction to research methods, including analytical procedures. The college reviews its programs regularly to make sure course content, teaching facilities, and academic staff are equivalent to or better than those at other universities.
I think I've grown up a lot. One of the biggest things, I think, is I've learned a lot about myself and what my limitations are. I think I can go a lot farther than I ever thought I could. It's hard to say how I've changed because I think other people see that more than myself. I think I've learned a lot about life and what I want from life, and I think I've built character. There's been some trying times, and I'm still smiling, so.
You've met the challenge. You've made it through 4 years of serious study. You've discovered you can do things you never thought possible. You've met and you've come to appreciate fellow officer cadets from all over Canada. At Royal Roads Military College, you've gained an education with a difference.
Well, I made a lot of friends here. Your roommate, you work very closely with him in first year because he's the one you're depending on. If he makes a mistake, it's not his mistake, it's your mistake as well. So you grow really very close to all the people in your year. Everything you're doing as a team. There isn't anything you're out there doing on your own besides the academics. And then there's always someone there to help you. You always have the guys that have the 85, 90 average helping the lower guys out.
I got to do a lot of traveling in the last 4 years. I've been in every province and territory in Canada. I've got a lot of training out of it, military athletically. I got my university degree in military and strategic studies, and I made a lot of really close friends.
I wondered when I first got here. It was, when we were at Chilliwack, I was going through and I thought, wow, we're just about done Chilliwack. That's the big hump. And then we got here and it was like finding out that the light at the end of the tunnel at Chilliwack was an oncoming train. And yeah, it looked like a long ways in the future, but you know, finally at the end of the tunnel now, it feels great.
Le Collège Militaire Royal de Saint-Jean lies on the west bank of the Richelieu River, near the city of Saint-Jean, Quebec. Military establishments have occupied the site of Fort Saint-Jean for over 3 centuries. CMR was founded in 1952 and received its own university charter in 1985. You'll probably never forget your first 6 weeks at CMR. During this period, you'll participate in a number of military and physical training activities designed to test your determination, dependability, and self-confidence. It's called recruit term.
It's my responsibility to relay them a good first impression. Not necessarily an impression they would like to see, of course, but an impression that they will get of the military and the military system. This is their first real look at the military, and it's an impression that will stick with them probably most of their lives. So again, it's very important to have a really good first impression.
It's a custom at CMR, as in all military colleges, that senior officer cadets initiate the recruits. The obstacle course is a last difficulty to overcome. The secret to making it through, as all recruits know by now, is teamwork. You have earned the right to proudly wear the insignia of Le Collège Militaire Royal de Saint-Jean.
I'm quite proud of wearing the uniform. We're supposed to, you know, that's natural to feel proud of the uniform that we're wearing. You lose a bit of individuality as such, but I don't seem to mind it. You know, we are to look after our uniforms. It's something to be proud of, just like our being a part of the college.
In all Canadian military colleges, reveille is at 6:30, breakfast at 7. Your courses start at 8 and continue till about 4 with an hour break for lunch. Before supper, sports. Evenings are reserved for studying.
Within the first 3 days, I knew all 36 people, and by the end of the first 6 weeks, a lot of them were my best friends, and after almost 3 years, that I probably know them better than their parents.
There are only 570 students at CMR. The student-to-professor ratio in all Canadian military colleges is approximately 5:1, one of the best in the country. And so each student receives a great deal of individual attention, both academically and personally.
I never thought I could lead a group, and after growing to BOTC and assuming responsibility, you learn, or you get to see that you can do a lot of things. You're capable of a lot more than what you thought. And I think that's the key. We're capable of a lot more than we think. And through a military college, you get to develop that potential that you didn't think you really had.
The athletic program at Canadian military colleges includes all popular Canadian sports. CMR's teams represent the college in competition at intercollegiate, interprovincial, and even international levels. The Bachelor of Administration program will develop your skills as a leader and a manager by improving your understanding of human behavior and how it relates to administrative problems.
I enrolled in a military college as opposed to a civilian university because of the fact that I had, at the time when I was making my decision, I didn't have any money to go to civilian university. It would have required that I find a job and look for scholarships and bursaries, which with my marks at the time was certainly possible. But to look at that standard of life, i.e. living in an apartment, having to pay, having to work in the evenings, and not being able to devote a lot of your time to the academics, which is really why you're at university, I chose then the second option, which was coming here to the college and being paid, in fact, to study and having a secure job afterwards, being assured a job afterwards, and then looking later on at the possibility of either leaving the military or perhaps if I like the military, staying with it and continuing on and making it my career.
CMR offers a Bachelor of Arts degree in Military and Strategic Studies, an interdisciplinary program designed to introduce you to history, strategic thought, international relations and defense policy, the social sciences, and mathematics.
There's a lot of extra responsibilities that you get here that you'd never get anywhere else. Even a section commander here in his second year, he's responsible for 8 or 10 guys underneath him. He has to make sure their academics are going well. Sports-wise, they're having no problems. Socially, they're happy, and that works its way up. You know, after that, you're responsible for looking after a flight that's 30 people and a squadron that's 80 or 90. Man management, decision making, responsibility.
The Bachelor of Arts in Canadian Studies and Administration is designed to provide you with a comprehensive understanding of Canadian civilization. The Bachelor of Science in Computer Science at CMR offers a number of concentrations: systems, management, operational research, and physics. These concentrations are oriented towards the software of modern computerized systems.
Most of my days with a pencil in my hand and a calculator in the other, punching out numbers and number crunching, and sometimes such as like an English course or whatever like that, where you're forced to sit back and relax and read. As part of the course is reading.
The bachelor's degree in physical sciences at CMR is designed to impart a full appreciation of quantitative and analytical methods to stimulate curiosity and critically precise analysis. And the general Bachelor of Science degree will allow you to pursue your personal interests by choosing courses in a number of areas.
There's things that I've done that I never thought I'd do before, like rappelling out of a helicopter. I mean, when I got onto that helicopter, I was scared, of course. I mean, we were 90 feet above the ground, and the guide tells you, get on the side of the helicopter, and you get on the side of the helicopter, and you don't look down, and then you just go when he says to go, and you don't even think twice, you just do it. And I remember the first time I went down, I was so scared. But after a while, after the first time, I wanted to go back up, and at the end, like we were racing.
The educational program at Canada's military colleges is given in English and French. It's designed to prepare you to meet the technological challenge of an increasingly complex environment and to teach you the skills necessary to practice effective leadership.
Selection for entry is very competitive and is based on your personal suitability and your academic potential. Just meeting the minimum requirements won't get you accepted. But if you are selected, you enroll under the terms of the Regular Officer Training Plan, ROTP, or the Reserve Entry Training Plan, RETP. With a degree from a Canadian military college, you are eligible for postgraduate studies in any university. Each year, graduating students win prestigious scholarships.
By attending a Canadian military college, you receive a fully subsidized university education, valuable leadership and management training, and a rewarding career.
And you learn a lot about yourself. The Canadian military colleges, university with a difference.
A lot of friends, a lot of memories, a lot of experience, a lot of knowledge.
We just finished classes, and all of a sudden we just marched off the square with our commission. It's going to take a while to get into it, but it feels very good.
It feels good. It feels good. I'm going to miss it, for sure, and I'm going to miss my classmates. But I'm starting a new life now, and I feel excellent. I couldn't feel better than today.